Henri Matisse was a painter, but as he got older it was harder for him to paint, so he switched to making colorful collages out of cut paper. We're going to make a colorful collage out of cut paper just like Henri Matisse. You're going to need a regular sized piece of paper. It could be white or colored. And you're going to need some extra pieces of colored paper to make your collage. If you don't have a lot of colored construction paper at home, the next best thing that you can do is to look through magazines and find some pages that have lots of nice bright colors, and you can use them as your colored paper. I'm going to show you how, and then I'll show you an example using recycled paper or your colored construction paper. Let's get started.
Okay, I have everything I need for my collage. I'm going to start by cutting 4 large squares for the base of my collage. Different colors. For my youngest students, if scissors are still a bit of a challenge, you could practice for a bit, but you could also make this a torn paper collage, so you can just rip those shapes with your hands, and that's great practice too. Now that I have my 4 squares, I'm going to arrange them, make sure they overlap a little bit, and when I'm happy with where they are, I can take my glue stick and glue them down. Now I want to make 5 shapes, 5 medium shapes, and I don't want them to be squares. I want them to be more interesting shapes, organic shapes. Notice that I can trim it a little smaller if I don't like where it lays on the paper. I'm trying to make sure I overlap, repeat some colors. Last one. Okay, 5 medium shapes. And then after I glue the 5 medium shapes down, I could even take the little scraps from things I was cutting, and I want to make at least 6 or more small shapes. And those I can lay around on top of my other layers to finish my collage.
So here's my finished Matisse collage using colored construction paper. Remember the rules of 4, 5, 6. The first 4 colored squares that overlap and are large, glue them down. 5 medium-sized shapes, different kinds of shapes that go on top and you can glue down. And then your last layer is 6 small shapes, 6 or more, and you can add those overlapping on all of your other shapes and gluing those down. Remember I told you if you didn't have construction paper, you could find colored pages in magazines to use for your collage. So I have one that I made here, all of recycled materials. The back is just a page of type. So I didn't even use construction paper or white paper, I just used a page of a magazine for the base. All of the shapes that I cut out, I used from my colored pages in the magazines. 4 large shapes, 5 medium shapes, 6 or more small shapes, all overlapping. Whether you use recycled materials or colored construction paper, I hope you have a great time making a cut paper collage in the style of Henri Matisse. I hope I see your artwork. See you soon.